Hello everyone, it's me, Godo. Today, or tonight I should say, we're gonna be continuing to work on the game dev project for Puzzle Manor. This is Lock and Key Part 2, because unfortunately in the last stream, I did not have time to finish the system I was currently working on, which is the what I call the lock and key system. So tonight we're going to be finishing that. Worth noting, previous stream was earlier today during the afternoon, and now we're at night. It's almost 9 p.m. where I'm at, but I do go to sleep pretty late personally, so I am a bit tired because of the stream earlier. But I'm really feeling it, you know. I really want to finish the system that I was working on, and today we're really going with a more chill stream. I'm not going to be as hyped up as I'm usually, even though, you know, there's a lot of silences when I'm thinking, but I mean, you know, I'm popping off when something works or whatever. Here we're going to be a little more relaxed, at least in general. And I chose another song from Last Bible. You guys, if you've seen my other streams, you know I really like the Underworld Forest. The half-hour version is essentially not long enough for me. I really love that music. But there's another song that I know from Last Bible 3. It's not in my chill music playlist, the normal duration one. Though it should be. I definitely will be adding it eventually. But yeah. For tonight, we're gonna be continuing what we were doing earlier today. I'm really taking the time to do the stream today because tomorrow, which is Friday, I should normally stream, but I don't know if I will have time to. If I wake up very early, I might do some kind of some kind of early stream or something, but I don't know, because I do have a family reunion tomorrow, so for Mother's Day actually. So I probably won't have the time to stream, and during the weekend I have other stuff for Mother's Day on my partner's side and whatnot, so yeah. So without further ado, I'm going to be showing you guys my screen. You know what we're gonna do? No, I think we can do the webcam. Yeah, I think we can do the webcam. I'm a bit tired though. So, oh. There's a light that I'm gonna close, so you guys might not be able to see me very well. If it's too dark once I go to close that light, I'll see. Maybe I'm just gonna, you know, do no webcam for this stream, but we'll see. Okay, just give me a quick second. I'm not even gonna pause you or anything. Okay, so it is a lot darker here. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, you guys basically can't see me. What if I open this small light? Yeah, it's not really better all that much. So you know what? No webcam. No webcam for tonight. We're really just going to be focusing and working on the system. I think we can finish it. So at the end of the previous stream, I'm going to explain something. Okay, so at the end of the previous stream, if you were there or if you've seen the VOD or anything like that, I was saying that my new class, I'm just going to open the thing. So, well, basically there's kind of two new classes, okay? There's an interface, which is activatable. So stuff that can be activated, right? So that's a lock, for example. So this door is a lock. I can activate it, and when I activate it, it opens, okay? The way that I do this is I have the activatable class, and I made a child class of that, which is an actor component. In this case, it's called activatable move actor component. So basically, it's a move actor component that can be activated. So what happens is, when it's on an object, I can define a translation or a rotation that the object will do. Basically a movement that will happen to the object, the parent object here, once the component has been activated. So to activate it, you can just use it as an activatable, which is the interface. And the interface has one function, activate. So from an external source, you can just call activate once you get an object. And for example, the activatable move actor, what it will do once it's activated, it will, in this case, make a 90 degrees rotation along the z-axis, which will open the door. So if I go here in S door, let's say that I apply this rotation all in one go, boom. So basically the door opens. What's cool with the component here is that it does it progressively, right? So here, animation time is 1.5 seconds. So that's pretty cool. Here. Yep, so I did comment code here, but I can uncomment it just to show what it does. So basically here, I did add some simple code because I don't, like, part of the system that is incomplete right now is the part that will actually activate the activatables, right? So activatables is just, it has a behavior that can be activated, right? And in this case, there's one of the most common behavior that I'm going to want, which is moving an object once it's activated. Now, yeah, the part that activates the object isn't actually coded right now. It doesn't exist. There's no class to do that. So that's kind of a problem for now. Yeah, but here, I have I had an easy way to test that code. So basically to call activate, or, oh, it's true, I did name it start activation actually. So not activate, start activation, because there were already some other components that had a activate function. So there was some kind of problem with that. So I did call it start activation instead. Okay, so as I was saying, yeah, the part that does the activation isn't like quite coded yet, so it's not really usable as a final system in a game. So this is what we're going to be finishing tonight. So maybe the entire system is not going to be done because those types of activatable, like basically different behavior that can be activated, I might code more behavior later. Like object creation and destruction is definitely something that I'm gonna need if I want to finish the game in its entirety. But for now, just being able to move something like, yeah, affect a rotation or a translation over time, it's amazing. Honestly, it works really well when it works. So here, if I uncomment this, there's an easy way that you can find an activatable by checking if you have an activatable once you hit something in the line casting. The check thoughts is basically just some line casting to find objects in the scene. Usually it's meant to be used as a part of the system that displays little thoughts or hints when the player looks at different items in the scene. Okay, but it's also an easy way to just cast it as an activatable. So as the interface here, U activatable, you have to find the component using U activatable and then cast it to an I activatable. It's kind of annoying. I lost a lot of time finding that. But once you cast it, you can simply call start activation on it. Okay, so this again is when I'm just looking at an object. So now I just look at something like the door and it will open. It's pretty poor in terms of gameplay, but it's pretty useful in terms of testing stuff. So here, boom. Oh yeah, sorry. So it was commented and I simply uncommented it. I also need to compile the C++ code. But yeah, just give it a sec and you will see. It works pretty well. It's actually kind of nice. Once it is compiled. Yes, okay, so now that I can play, boom. And it just opens. It's very smooth. It does it over time. That's pretty cool. you know, if it was just instantaneous, it wouldn't be as fun. And then here is of course, the system of when I look at some objects, they will just show some thoughts that the player has. Here, a picture of Miles Davis, a famous jazz musician. Or here, I'm really starting to get tired of the music. Maybe I should just stop it. You'll see eventually there's going to be like actual in-game music. And like, it's been about 8 years, I think, since I've done that game. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more, who knows. But I still remember what music I used that was played by the gramophone, and it was excruciating. I'm gonna be putting it at the end of the game because even though it's a good song, I was very tired to hear it, and it's kind of loud in the game, which is intentional, but yeah, little desk, little stuff. Yep. So basically now. Okay, so yeah, basically at the end of last stream, I was just like kind of dirty making this here. This activatable move actor component. It's way too much of a long name. I probably should have tried to make it less long, but at least it's clear, you know. At least it's clear. Yeah, so here, start activation, you know, you make it activated in such a way that you can only activate it once. And then you start ticking. And then you just move it over time. And once you're done, you just stop ticking and you can never re-enable it. Yeah. So what I was saying last time is, hey, it's kind of weird that I have to make like basically a child of activatable every time I want to have a behavior that I can activate. That's what I was saying. And I was like, you know what? If when I activate a certain object, if I want it to have multiple behavior, like there's the move behavior, okay? This is not large enough. Okay, like there's the move behavior, okay? So there's a quick move. Oh, what am I doing? So there's the move behavior. But what if there's like, yeah, like a destroy behavior? Like destroy some object or another when it's activated? What if I want to create another object? Also, like what if I want to do those 3 things upon a single activation? Then what am I going to do? Like, am I going to do like one activatable child of activatable that does all of these things? And what if another thing in the scene I want to activate just does create? Or what if it does destroy and create? Like, do I have to make, you know, a class that is a permutation of every single combination of these behavior? And what, like copy paste or something? So I thought it was just such a bad idea that I would have to change this class and change all of this to make like a move component and then a destroy component and whatnot. And then in the activate, I can define each activate in its own class. Actually, like every combination I'm using, I do make a class, but I just have to make a blueprint that calls these components. And I thought it was such a good idea, right? I thought it was so much better and whatnot. Actually, it's not. Okay. Here, move. Currently, the move is an activatable. Okay, so it's an act. Okay, so act move. Okay, let's just call it like that. There's also, what if I had an activatable which is a destroy, and also an activatable that is a create? Okay, because if you think about it, if, as I was saying, the system is in 2 parts, something that gets activated and an activator, you know, as in activator, what am I doing? Activator, or easier, I think I'm going to call it like that, a trigger, right? If you have a trigger, And you have, for example, now I have act move, which does 2 types of movement, you know, translation, rotation, but still. So you can trigger this, right? This is fine. Like, this is basically what we have right now. The trigger right now is when I'm looking, right? This is not a real trigger. This is not a good for a game system, but it works for testing. So I have a trigger which comes from, you know, anywhere it wants. It's the origin of the activation, and then there's activatable move. But let's say I wanted the door to get destroyed, or under the door, let's say there's another object which is a how do you call it, a lookable, right? The lookable is the component that makes the text be displayed when I hover, yeah, again, maybe the door, right? So when I hover the door, it might say something like, ooh, this door seems locked, maybe I can unlock it somewhere. Okay, it's probably gonna say something like that. But the thing is, once the door is opened, I don't want the player to see that text again when it looks at the door. The door is opened. Why should it say the door is locked? That's stupid, right? So what it's gonna do is there's gonna be also an activatable destroy component on the door, which is gonna be a second component. It's not gonna be that one. It doesn't have to be one activatable. It can be as many activatables as I want. And I don't have to change this class. This class is perfectly usable by itself. This is one activatable, and there could be another, sorry, where was I? Here. And there could be another activatable, which is a, you know, a destroyer. And both of these get activated at the same time by the trigger. And the trigger, the way that the trigger class, the one we're going to be writing tonight, the way that it will work is that it's going to contain basically a, where's the text? What am I doing? It's going to contain some kind of list of activatable, right? Of like activatable. So, and it's going to go like once the trigger like happens, basically once it gets triggered, it will just go through that entire list of activatables, and for each of them it's gonna call activate or start activation. Okay, that's what it's gonna do. And it doesn't matter which kind it is, as long as it, you know, implements start, well, activatable, which is the one function, the one method, which is start activation. Okay, so this is the plan for tonight. We're gonna write a simple like default trigger class, okay, or yeah, just a default trigger class, which is probably gonna be like a click trigger or something like that. No, wait, no. The default trigger class will not actually trigger. Okay, it won't actually get triggered in any kind of way. It will just contain a list of activatable. Okay, and it's going to contain a function which is going to be called trigger, and the function trigger is going to go through the list and call activate on each of them. Now in every subclass of trigger is just going to be one type of trigger, like a click trigger. So click trigger is going to be something that when you click on it, it will just trigger all the activatables in the list. There's going to be other triggers at other points, like it could be a UI trigger component, because there's going to be a couple of like UI screens. So basically, yeah, kind of like to fake a computer screen inside of the game. And when you click on a certain button, or maybe you press enter after entering like a word or something in like a little text box that you can fill up. So once you've done that, there's going to be like a verification, and if it goes through, it's going to trigger everything else and then close the interface. So all of these types of triggers, they're going to be their own class, their own thing that inherits from trigger. And all that they're going to do is that they're going to, maybe in their tick function, maybe in something else, they're going to find a way that they get triggered. Usually the trigger should come from them, though I do think that for the click trigger, maybe I want it to, you know, maybe it's better if the player does it, because if it's triggered when it's getting clicked, like, the thing is, the click comes from the player, so at that point is the player that activates. Well, that triggers. Yeah. Oh, sorry. It's gonna be the player that triggers the trigger. So maybe I do keep. Oh no, wait. The puzzle miner character is here. So here I have this. Maybe when I get the actor, maybe instead of just checking for U activatable, maybe I will check eventually for a you know, for a component of class, and then it's gonna be like a click trigger, right? Maybe I'm gonna check for the click trigger, and then if I find a click trigger, then I'm gonna trigger it, right? I'm gonna start the activation. So we'll see. For now, I do think that I want to create a new C++ class, which I think it could be an actor component as well. Because ideally, if I can just, you know, grab it, slide it on an object that already exists, and then that object would instantly just become like a trigger, it would be really cool, right? Especially the click trigger, because boom, right here, tack, tack, tack. And what about the widgets? Not sure. Oops. Okay. I'm not too sure, in fact. I mean, it's not the end of the world if I have to, like, redefine multiple times, like, an object that contains a list of activatables and that activates all the activatables. It's really not that bad. But I still think that if I want to have a correct hierarchy, I should do it like that. So this is going to be a trigger actor component. Trigger actor component. Da 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 da. Trigger actor component. Ba ba da ba. Trigger actor component. Ba ba ba. Trigger actor component. Ba 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 ba. Okay. So I'm gonna reload all for sure, for sure. Okay, and here I have the trigger actor component. In the .h, this is always here that we start. I am, of course, going to do what I just said. It's not actually going to be private. I think it's going to be a public variable. So in public, I'm going to do a, I guess it's a U property, but U property? Oops, why is it scrolling? And this is going to be, let's say edit anywhere. That's kind of like my default. And it's going to be an I activatable. Okay, yeah, I need to include that. So a quick include. So I active. Oh, it's an activatable. Yeah, .h. Okay. It's going to be an I activatable pointer, but a list of those. Do you just use a normal C++ vector when you're trying to use a list? That's a good question, actually. I don't know. Let's say I go here. If I do find component, can I find multiple components, or it's a T array? Okay, let's use a T array. I don't know what it is, but let's do this. T array of I activatable pointer, which is gonna be activatables. Okay. Good. And yeah, so like that. Here, I don't want to do anything every frame. I don't even think I want to have like a begin play or anything like that. I think I really just want to chill. Like, yeah, do I want to do anything in begin play? Not really, right? Not really. Can ever tick true. I mean, even this, I'm like, I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm like, all of this doesn't really, like, I don't care about this. Like, it's very empty, but I don't really need it. Here, though, I'm gonna have a void, which is gonna be called trigger. Or start triggering. No. No, I don't think there's anything about trigger in actor component, right? That's a good question. If I go Unreal, actor component, and I look at anything called trigger, it doesn't look like there's anything here. So I should be able to call it trigger. And here I am actually going to be implementing it. And I'm just gonna go for, whoops, this. Okay, so for auto activatable from from activatables. Yes. So I'm gonna do activatable dot or pointer start activation. Yes. Okay, so for every activatable in activatables, I'm gonna start the activation. Good. So this is what I want. Okay, this is void trigger, and then the way you trigger that, who knows? It's mostly an aggregate of activatables, basically. It's like when this thing, the trigger, when it's called in the game, a bunch of action happens. That's basically just it. So now, I guess I can just go here and see trigger actor component, and I can make a C++ class derived from that. And here it's not going to be my trigger actor component. It's going to be a click trigger actor component. I'm going to create this class. Nice. So I reload all. Click trigger actor component is going to be very simple. It's going to contain basically nothing. Okay? Basically nothing. The only reason why I have this is so I can cast to this, basically. Okay, I know it's kind of weird to make a class that you don't write any code in, but I mean, you know, at least it's gonna work. So here, find component by class, and instead of being activatable, it's going to be this class here, click trigger actor component. Okay, so now if I go in, it was here, boom. Right, it's undefined because I haven't. Right, instead of this, it's actually going to be this, and it's click trigger actor component dot it. So here I can try to find a trigger actor component. So instead of activatable, it's going to be trigger, and if the trigger exists, it means that it's exactly of the class that I was speaking of. And then I can just, no, I don't cast it. I just go trigger. Okay, just, this is not it. I'm just gonna go trigger, and here I trigger it. Trigger. Okay, so now this, I think, should be fully functional. Oh, it's been half an hour already? Man. Okay. Back to the OG song, what can I say? Okay. So now, yeah, we're gonna be going into the editor. And here, this thing here, you're supposed to be a click trigger actor. Boom. Right? Right. Okay, compile maybe? Okay. You doing okay, buddy? I'm sorry, what's the problem here? What? Why doesn't it work? I am confused. Yeah, you're an actor. Okay. I'm not sure what the problem is here. It might be because I removed the... Here, I'm gonna keep this. So what's... Okay, no. Okay, that's fine. It's just... Is it because I removed the... The constructor? What about the other actor component here? Yeah, that's it. Hmm. I'm not sure exactly what the problem is, basically. I'm trying to find why it won't attach itself to this actor. Because it's an actor component, so like the only thing it should be able to do is basically just that. Attach itself to a parent component. I'm just gonna close the editor and reopen it. Sometimes it doesn't make a difference, so okay. Well, now if I click on this box, what if I try to add a click trigger actor? Yeah, it just won't do it. So let's just try something simple. And see, that's the thing. This one could be added. So, source, this actor instance. Mobility, non-seen component, blah blah blah. Editor only false, that kind of thing. It's like, yeah, I get that, but why can you not have that? What about just the trigger actor component? Oh, this can. Okay, if I say Unreal C++, actor component won't or can't be added to an actor. Yeah. No, that's not what I want. It's not really blueprint though. Wait, so I have a blueprint actor, sure. Would like to attach component to. The actor component is defined as a C++ class. The class doesn't show up in the editor as an addable component. Class doesn't exist. Full new conceal there. Yeah, that's a good idea. Here, it's a U class. Yeah, just like the parent class. Okay, but it does, yeah, the trigger actor component. See, that it's weird that this class doesn't have all of these. Just, you know what? Just take the line here. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it right there. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's gonna change something. That's possible. It's in the U class definition for sure. So I will recompile and hope that it works. It's kind of strange because I did use their interface to make the child class, but maybe that won't change anything. Or maybe that's exactly what I needed. Okay, well. Okay, so now, yeah, this doesn't work. This is fine. And now if I just look at the lever from up close enough, it should activate the door. No, it should not. Because I did not add any element in the array. So here, I'm going to do this. And, oh, can I? Yeah, it doesn't really work, huh? So here, can I? Right, but can I, like, I'm sorry, from content browser? I think you're mistaken here. From content browser. What are you talking about? That's what I wanted. I wanted the eye activatable, but okay, can I? Yeah, lug this here and click this and do that. Nah, why from content browser? It's a class, it's not of eye activatable. Is it because eye activatable is only an interface? Should I write U activatable instead? You know what? It's worth giving it a shot. Because it's a U thing, an Unreal class, it might just be something that you can find inside a scene. Like the editor has to understand that this is something from a scene. Right, that's true. So this means that I need to cast it to an eye activatable whenever I want to use it. So here, I'm gonna cast to eye activatable. This is what I'm casting, by the way. And then from there, I can just boom. Okay. So this should work now, or at least it should compile if that was the only error. Okay, it did compile. So now, here, yeah, I'm gonna just delete you. Click trigger actor class. No, it's fine. Okay. Now I'm gonna add you here. Click trigger 1. Okay, sure. So again, like, please. I don't understand why it doesn't work. Yeah, I can save if I close this. Control B here just to make a quick compile. Yep, those are not things that I'm calling, so... they're not real problems, so... Yep, that's what I thought. And what if I just launch it directly from the code? I'm gonna launch the editor and I'm gonna be trying something. Because quite frankly, I'm a little bit surprised that I simply can't seem to go in the trigger. And really, why assets? That is quite strange. I guess if you want something that's in the scene, like, it needs to be an actor. The thing is, I really want this to be a list of, well, as it says, activatables. So it is quite strange. So here, I'm going to be looking for something online, which is Unreal. Okay, this seems to be the same problem that I have, except it's scene components instead of actor components. So I'm trying to define some spawn point for various AI actors in the space AI. Static injectable. AI that fit the building, wandering around and nearby. For example, a landfill, a garbage truck, and garbage. I have an actor component that is serving as a sort of metadata component regarding what AI will spawn inside the building. And I've been defining what types of AI to spawn via an array of structs. However, while I can select stuff from the content browser, the struct can't select anything that is parented to my blueprint. Okay, that's pretty much exactly my problem. My goal is to have predefined scene components that will serve as spawn points for the AI, which would allow AI to be spawned in the same place relative to the building, no matter where the building winds up being below. Instead, however, I can specify the kind of value from that field from the editor itself. I've been doing it manually by giving each struct a spawn point in the blueprint's constructor. Not ideal. This is less than ideal. Exactly my thoughts exactly. Because it adds an extra step that doesn't need to be there. Is this the only way to handle it, or is there a way to assign child components of a blueprint to variable? Name issue, blah blah blah, can design anything, the component reference, blah blah blah. Already exists. The issue is that the variable in the editor does not allow assign pre-existing child component. Imagine you have an artist who wants to place a component in the scene manually. How do you assign that component that they place to a variable in the editor? Yes, you can if it's an actor. I know that for a fact. Like, if I made this, I can even show you guys. This is an A actor. Okay, my activatables now, they're just actors. If I do this, like I'm going to prove it to you. And I go in Puzzle Manor. When I click the compile button, you will see that now I can literally give it a list of things that are in the scene. But the thing is, anything is an actor. I want my list to kind of like filter what it gets. So this is because anyways, I'm supposed to be calling, right? Like, I'm supposed to be using it as an activatable. So I really want a list of activatables. But it's kind of weird that it doesn't seem to understand that, you know, that I can give it something from the scene. Or that I should be able to, at least. So here, I'm compiling. Takes a bit of time every time you reopen the editor for the first time. Okay, it's compiled, and now none. Okay, but look, boom. Now the door is its index, and by the way, it should work now because it is castable as an eye activatable. So here, oh, I made it crash. Okay, so the reason why I made it crash is probably because it's not the actor itself. That is, yeah, I probably can't cast the actor. Probably I need to get the component on the actor. So I probably need to do like get, well, for each actor, well, okay, I don't know how much I want to write this, but really quick, just like that, I could just do photo A equals activatable dot find component by interface, and here I could use u activatable. Okay, and here I can cast this. I should put an if, but you know, cast activatable broom start activation. Okay, that's what I'm doing right now. Now it should actually work once I reopen and then recompile. This code should work for the specific things that I chose, which is, you know, the door. But I could put any old actor, even actors that don't have any, you know, anything. Okay, so here, there's a click trigger. Here you can select this. I can save and then, okay, so this doesn't open, this is fine. And now, oh no, it's not gonna, ooh, oh. Okay, no, it's fine. I thought I made it crash. I need to recompile first. I think it does when I open it, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so here, oh, it's really gonna crash, huh? I did find component by interface though. Kind of strange. Did it really recompile? Well, it doesn't really matter. I should technically do an if here. If A, you know. If A, I can do this. For every activatable in the list. Also Manor. Yeah, so I'm gonna be recompiling, please. Now because there's a null check, it shouldn't break. It breaks every time. Okay, there's probably something else that makes it break. Not sure what. Well, is it in here? You? Click trigger. Oh. Yeah. No, that's not true. You click trigger actor component. This does contain a trigger function, which is that one. And it's public. And it does this. Maybe you need a refresher. And then I recompile just to make sure. Okay, and your click trigger contains S door, right? And S door, this one? Yeah, I'm selecting it in the viewport now. And you do contain an activatable move. I mean, I really think it should work. Please don't crash again. And it did. Can I... Exception access violation. Okay, what kind of error do I get? Unreal trigger component trigger. Yeah. On line 20 and then check thoughts. Yeah, I know, but oof. Yeah, okay. I'm not opening this with this. I'm opening this with Notepad++. This is a lot more readable. Oh boy. That's a huge log. Yeah, okay, that's too much log for me, but yeah, okay. Well, just send it close. Keep crashing. Well, look, in any case, I'm gonna keep reading the post here because, yeah. Can't assign a actor to a variable unless the actor is within the level. Okay, this is done for several reasons. Imagine you decide to change the actor that's referenced. That would break the system. Okay. Or if you try to assign a value in a blueprint, there isn't an actor that exists. Okay. What people here want and are trying to do would never work, would cause way more issues. What? The best thing to do in this case is to set an editable variable, okay, or create a reference in the level BP to the actor and set it on spawn. Okay. I do think that my solution that's currently not working of having an A actor pointer and taking that actor so this does this crash if it doesn't find the component? That's a really good question, actually. Okay, so Control K, Control C. Okay. And what if I do... Yeah, even this is gonna be a comment. Okay, so here, very simple. You're just a U trigger actor component, and sometimes I call trigger on you. What does trigger do? It goes through that list that you have right here. And yep, that's it. It just goes through the list. Oh wow, another hour goes by, huh? You know what? We're going back to the first song. Okay. And now? Now I'm gonna recompile. Because now I feel like I'm supposed to have something that's a little more functional. Like right here. I do have a click trigger right here. Okay. It does contain an element in the array. But currently I'm not doing anything to it. So if this crashes, yeah, that's what I thought. Now, just in case you, the trigger actor component, you're gonna have a private variable. Because I just want to trigger it once, I'm pretty sure. So here I'm gonna have is triggered, which will be equal to false. It could be was triggered, but you know, is triggered is fine. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a bool. Bool is triggered is gonna be false. And here, we're gonna do if not is triggered. If it's not triggered, then I'm looping. Okay. And I know I also, in the activatable, I also put some logic to make sure that it happened only once. But there is still utility in keeping it there because I don't want the triggered. Because I don't want the... I mean, okay. Basically, I could have... Like... Let's say there's multiple puzzles, and there's one room that I want to unlock as soon as you resolve any puzzle. Okay, it might be, you know, puzzle 1, 2, or 3. Let's say. Any of those, I want to unlock something once you resolve one of them. If I do it like that, it can mean that I have multiple triggers that can trigger this activatable, right? So even if the trigger, you know, has already been triggered and I can't go back here, so even if I cannot get back into the trigger from this trigger, maybe a second trigger could try to trigger the activatable a second time. So it's pretty good to have logic in the activatable. But here, I mean, like this, it's fine. It activates it once. Find component by interface. U activatable. But if it can't find it, I think that's a good question, but we'll see. Maybe that's why it crashes. It's just the fact that I'm trying to get an object that it cannot seem to find. Maybe it does have a hard time finding things that are, you know, just actor components. What have I done? Inspect. Really, or details? Oh yes, thank God. Yeah, okay. You're inactivatable, that's great. And here, if I click on you, there's a big trigger. Okay. And you have an S door. Okay. And again, right, you have an S door, and if I look at this in the detail, you do have an activatable. Okay. So I just tried it. Right? Okay, it doesn't crack. Like, did I compile it when I did that? I'm not even sure anymore. Okay, yeah, I think so. It went so fast. So this is not a problem. Ugh, come on. Kidding, dude, come on. Okay. Like this. Okay. I mean, I don't know. It looks foolproof to me. You activatable? But find component by interface. That might be the problem, you know? Maybe that function, or method, I should say. Maybe if I use this. Yeah, sure. UE5, find component by interface. And there's no way to see the C++ for that. Really. Okay, you know what? Let's go here. Okay. And here, let's go, find components by interface. Right. You're crazy, dude. It's like impossible to find things. Man, it's... You know what? I'm just gonna debug. something like that. No, right? It was. Yeah, I could try this. Not insert mode. Yeah, I don't know, man. Come on, man, really? I don't get how I'm supposed to format it. What is this? You're joking, right? Is that so? So basically, if I go like this, all of a sudden it's fine? No, it's still not fine. Oh, it's like that. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't quite catch that. What? Okay. So, I don't know, like const f string format, which will be equal to like this. Okay. And then I do something like pointer to form, like the format doesn't work. But if I say pointer to format, does it work? Oh, that's actually okay now. Yeah, why is this okay though? Yeah, this is okay. Why doesn't it work? Oh, is it? Yeah, it's this, right? Like this? Yeah, okay, okay. Okay. That's kind of weird here. Well, now I should have some interesting debug information on screen. So, compile this. Oops. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe that made a huge noise. I keep hitting my my mic. Okay, so what's happening here? Yeah, okay, it's not that bad. Yeah, it really didn't like that, huh? I didn't like the cast. It just doesn't want to print this, basically. It doesn't know how to. Okay, well, you know, yeah, you know what? All of that is useless. Let's just do well, maybe not useless, but no, I guess I can keep that. It's just all of that is useless, right? All I do is just write a quick text. Well, I can write it like that, but text, and it's like, I don't know, null, for example. So you have if A, you do something, and else you do something else. If it's null, it's gonna be right here. And here it's gonna be in the else. Sorry, if it's not null. Okay, so it's gonna be that simple. So now I can recompile. This should work now. And I can just have some fun debug messages. It's not null, actually. Yeah, as I would have thought. Okay. Yeah, that's not really what I want. Okay, just give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. Now I'm gonna be going again in a couple minutes. My girlfriend's going to sleep, so I'm gonna wish her a good night, but before then, I have a couple minutes to try a thing or two. I don't want an exec thing, so... Oh, find function. A U function? I'm not sure if it's a U function or not. An activatable is actually not a U function, so yeah, it's not great. Okay, so never mind. I think... Yeah, I don't know why... This totally crashed, right? Cast is an I activatable. Okay. Oh, sorry. Cast A as in I activatable. So you find a U activatable. Fine. I don't mind that. Now cast it as an I activatable and see if you're still not null. Because if you're not null, you should have the function, the correct function, right? And since you're a pointer to something, you should be using the V table, right? When you're trying to do things, it's not null. So you really should have your start activation function. So I can even do, let's say, Godo A2 is going to be equal to cast this, then if A2. Okay. Because now I literally just have a variable called A2. And I can use this. In theory, I should be able to call... Oh, it's not null. So now, I mean, I don't even know what to tell you, bro. Like here, I should be able to call A2. Yeah, start activation. I just should be able to. Right? Am I crazy? And I'm pretty sure it's gonna crash. Like, I don't see how it wouldn't crash. It just worked. Really? Wait, but... I must be going crazy or something. Why is it not working then? This code here. If A... Like, yeah, but like... I don't even know, man. Be activatable actors. Okay, let's call it like that. And in the loop here, let's say you're activatable actor, and here you're just gonna be like, you know, actor or whatever, like activatable actor. And here, activatable actor, I'm gonna do find component by interface, U activatable, and here you're gonna be activatable. Okay, so I check if you can find a U activatable component, and I cast this to an I activatable. Okay, and now I take activatable, and if I have I activatable, I just call start activation on it. That's what I'm doing. This should do exactly the same thing, by the way, but just making sure. So probably that what was happening is I had modified the code while the editor was closed. And then I just reopened the editor and tried to recompile, but maybe it didn't realize that I made changes or something. See, now it's just not working at all. Oh, okay. I think I know. Activatable move is fine, but here, because I changed the names of stuff and whatnot, yeah, I just deassigned the things. So boom here. So it did compile correctly and everything, but yeah, not null. Okay, this is fine. So here I can actually say, you know, null is useless, not null, kind of useless as well. So I just do this, and it is triggered, so I can trigger it multiple times. And now I can recompile just to remove the error messages. And here I can also open the second door as well. Okay, so the second door here, I can put a activatable move actor on you as well. And here you're at 173. Okay, and I want you at what, like 90? Right. Okay, so kind of yes, but unlike this door, you're like turning in the wrong way, basically. Yeah, it is. This one is kind of annoying. So 173. I mean, I could say it's broken and that's it, but I wanted it to turn. It's kind of like I wanted the axis to be on the other one, or maybe could I possibly flip this? Oh, the scale. Oh my god. Wait, am I a genius? There's no way. There is no way. There's no way. Oh my god, who's a genius? I guess I am. Ooh yeah. Oh my god, the -1 scale play. That is crazy, my dude. But now, if I want to be able to see, I need to open it a little more. Something like that. I mean, just by principle that if you see something, especially through a door, you can probably go there, right? Okay, like this. So I'm at 165, so I need to move 75. Or -75, actually. So here I'm gonna, you know, save the level, go in activatable move. In here, I need to -75. And it's gonna take, yeah, about 1.5 seconds as well. Okay, and here, you know, I'm starting to be able to design stuff here. That's pretty cool. It feels good. Here, click S door 2. Okay, now I save, please. Okay, look. Oh no, I'm stuck. Oh, let's say I just bump into you. Boom. Oh. Why did only you open? That is quite strange. Oh, because I simply picked a different one instead of adding two. So now, ultimate test, if I have multiple things that I want to trigger. Oh, that's so good. It works so well. Oh man, it feels amazeballs. It feels amazing, honestly. So now it just works. I can start putting a bunch of triggers here. Also, this trigger is going to trigger 3 things. It's also going to trigger the lever here. Also, it's supposed to be a click actor, so I'm probably going to be checking stuff. Okay, so basically there's a couple more things to add even before this lever is ready, but it's almost ready, like final version, right? So I'm going to be back in a couple minutes. I'm just going to go wish a good night to my girlfriend, and I'm going to be right back. Okay, so I'm going to leave you guys with the beautiful music. I'm going to check, by the way, if the music... Yeah, it's almost done. So at this point, you know what we're going to do? I actually still want to listen to that song, so we're just going to be restarting the song. Okay? Yep. I'm leaving you guys with the music for just a couple minutes, maybe a little bit more than 5, and then I'm going to be right back. Okay? Enjoy! Hello, hello. I am back. You know, I said maybe a little over 5 minutes. It was like 5 minutes and a half, so pretty on time. Pretty on time. Okay. So the first thing we're gonna be doing is completing all the activatables for this. So okay, if I change your rotation here, which rotation do I want to change? This one? Nope, not that one. This one. Okay. I want you to go to minus, like this. I want you to go like this. Minus 124 if you're usually at, oops, this is very precise movement here. Minus 124 or so, like maybe a little bit less, maybe minus 120. And you're at, well, pretty much 0, right? So you just go minus 120 basically, yeah. So if I add activatable move actor on you, oh, why is there no line here? You're just right on it. The rotation in here is gonna be minus 120, and it's gonna happen over, let's say, a second. Like this one, you just flick it fast and then the door opens slowly. I may even make the door open even more slowly, because once this happens, maybe there's going to be a sound or something, and then, ooh, you can turn around and you want to see the door still open. And I feel like they're opening just a little too fast for that. So maybe 2 seconds, maybe 2.5. Let's go 2.5. This way, at least people will be able to truly see the doors open. Even if it's a little slow, I really want people to, you know, see the animations. After all, there's a reason why I'm doing that. So that seems pretty cool. Pretty cool. And yes, so in click trigger, I'm gonna be adding something else to trigger, and it's gonna be your own pick S lever. So it's gonna be triggering itself for the animation. So now, if I play, wait, I could save the level just in case the game crashes or something. Yep. Or the editor crashes, I should say. Boom. And then, yo, that's crazy. It's still pretty fast for the doors. Just because, like, it's true that my attention is a lot more on the lever here. Yeah, no, it's fine. Sorry, I was just trying to look at a detail. It's just, when I highlight this, it looks like part of the corner is like outside of the black area instead of being inside. Like here it's definitely in, well, okay, it's more than inside, but you know, it's just, it feels like it is, but I don't think it is actually. And I was wondering if, you know, when I activate it, it is pretty cool. Like, it's pretty cool. And it just works. And then it opens and you can actually go through. Now, it would... The thing is, you only have to look at it. Now, the clickable actors, you should be needed to actually click to activate them, right? So this is what we're going to be doing. There's a place in the code, in the act, puzzle, actor, character, blah, blah, blah. I say check thoughts. It's not really true anymore. Here it's more like, I don't know. Handled clicks. Or whatever. Yeah, I'm starting to think that the responsibility of the character is not actually like here. I'm like check thoughts, and what I'm keeping here is a lookable actor, an actor that I can look at. So I don't know if I want to be doing that. I might just want to have a, you know, looked at actor, and in the blueprint code that does this, I can just cast this as a lookable actor, right? So basically it happens in the blueprint here, the widget blueprint. So in that widget blueprint, I am, you know, taking this, casting it as a puzzle, and here I'm taking the lookable actor. But instead it could be, you know, looked at actor, or like, you know, or like viewed actor. Yeah, it could be something like that, like viewed actor, and then this I would have to do another cast. Because here I'm already doing is valid, so instead I just cast and then I check if it's valid. Or in the cast I already obtain if it's valid or not, or something like that. So I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to change a little bit the responsibility of that class, because it's not true that the responsibility of this class is to find a lookable. It's not true. The lookable is part of the system of, you know, displaying stuff on screen. What you're doing is actually just pointing to an actor, and part of your responsibility is to know the actor you're currently looking at. And then if I need like any other functionality that uses that, they can always reference this and being like, hey, you're looking at this actor, okay, is it a lookable? Yes. If so, do something. No? Okay. Then is it like, are you clicking? Yeah. Oh, you're clicking on the actor. Then, you know, is the actor a clickable trigger? Yes. Okay, then do something, right? So this way it's kind of like a double. I know it's kind of weird to use one variable for like two different purposes, but what it really is just finding the actor that is in line of sight from your player, and then you can do a bunch of stuff with it. So here, instead, it's just going to be a simple A actor. Okay, so just the A actor, and it's going to be looked actor, or like viewed actor. Viewed just sounds better. Viewed actor. Okay, by default it's a null pointer. Okay, but here I can go in CPP, and here lookable, it's actually viewed actor. Okay, I'm gonna paste this. So I'm not gonna cast it actually. It's just gonna be hit.getActor. Well, if this is valid, get the thing. Else there's the null. But actually no, the null check is you're not doing this. That's not your responsibility. So you're actually the hit.getActor. Okay, so the viewed actor is the actor here, right? And this is the auto trigger and whatnot and blah blah blah. I can keep it here by a. Why is it like this? Okay, thanks. Not n hit.getActor. If I get a valid thing, then do this. And if I don't get a valid thing, then I'm just not viewing an actor at all. So viewed actor will be equal to null. Pointer. Thank you so much. Okay. So now that this has been done, like either the viewed actor, you know, is this and whatnot. So here, instead of check thoughts, I can change this to rename to something like update view. Yeah, something like that. Update view is fine. Yeah, apply. So update view. So in update view, I just cast a line using the visibility layer. So it's things that I'm looking at, right? Visibility. If I hit something, I'm like, hey, this is the actor I'm viewing. And then I can do a bunch of things with that actor. And otherwise, it's a null pointer. This here is going to be moved to a different function. So I'm going to be adding a function in the puzzle manor character, which is also a control function, a callback in fact. It's going to be void click, I guess, or interact or whatever. Yeah, maybe interact. Just interact. Okay, so I'm creating a definition for interact, which is going to be pretty much doing this here. Okay, so if I try to interact, for now it has to be a trigger actor. It could maybe be other classes and whatnot, but let's say it's a trigger thing. So instead of hit get actor, blah blah blah, instead it's just viewed actor. So the viewed actor, I try to find a click trigger actor component. Okay, and I say by class. Yes, because yeah. And then if I find it, and that trigger exists, then I can just call the trigger function on it. And now to call interact, how does this happen? Well, in the setup player input component, I can probably just bind not an axis, but bind a button, I guess. It's going to be bind action, yes. Or bind key, yeah, maybe even. Bind action, and the action is going to be interact, okay? And here it's going to be interact as well. Yeah, bind action, constant F name. For sure. That's interact. That's the name of the action. Yeah, action name. E input event, key event. Okay. I don't know. User class object. So that's the thing here that I don't know. And then type name, F input, signature, blah, blah, blah. That's the function. So E input event. Otherwise, there's, yeah, I still need the key event. Why do you need the key event? Right, so when pressed, released, repeat, double click, etc, etc. So I can just IE pressed basically. Okay, I see. So I can just go, I understand. So I can just go E input event IE pressed, right? So I can just go like this. When I press, I call this and whatnot. Now I will be needing to define. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna be needing to do a bunch of stuff. So first off, okay, let's just start with this. In project settings, I can go in input. And inside of input, I can very easily just add a new action. This is axis mapping actually. I'm gonna want to add an action mapping here. So this one, my new action mapping, I'm gonna be calling it interact. Okay, it should be correct. And now I can add a mapping to this, and I'm gonna add so here the key is gonna be click, so left mouse button. That's great. Now I can do a quick plus and do on the controller, it's when I press. A. No, you don't like that? Yeah, so it's A. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I think I just hit a key on my keyboard without wanting. So gamepad, face button, button. Yep. So, okay. I'm trying to stay consistent because if I want to, I can actually play with the controller, which is kind of neat. Okay, that being said, this should work, I think. So no shift, no control, no alt, just a normal click will trigger the action. So now I've set a callback for this, and in the callback I'm doing the thing, I'm casting, I'm checking if it's fine and whatnot. That's great. But here, now this isn't even a thing anymore here. So I'm sorry, you're gonna have to do this and this. Right. So now that this has been done, I can, I guess, recompile the C++ code. Quick recompilation. Nice. So now that this has been done, I can go in thoughts here, and here I can probably go and do something like it's the viewed actor. Actually, I want to get the viewed actor. Okay, and this I don't know, I'm just gonna keep is valid here just in case, but I'm gonna want to cat to it's I activatable. No, that's not it. I want to cast to what? What did I want here? Oh, it's a lookable. So cast to lookable actor. Yes, of course. So if it works. Right. So you go here, you get the thing, you cast to a puzzle Manor character. If it works, you cast this to a, you take the viewed actor and you cast that. And if it works, only if the cast works, do you go here. Oh, okay, so basically, yeah, okay. It already does the branching for me and everything. So if it works, you return a certain value. And if it failed, you should return another value as a lookable actor. So for that one, this is good. And get text, it's going to be somewhat similar to this. So here, if it's a lookable actor, I'm going to get the thoughts and I'm going to convert the thoughts to this. Right? Okay, this is good. But here, instead of this, I'm going to just do like you did here and this. So these two, I'm going to paste them in here. So I did Control C and then Control V. And okay, can I please Control C and then Control V. Control V. Okay, I had to click inside. Okay. So here, if I'm finding that I have the correct character, I can try to get the, I can try to get its viewed actor. And the viewed actor, I can try to cast then to lookable, only if this works. And if this works, after all those times, I can try to output the thoughts of the lookable, because it's a lookable now. I can try to cast these, the string, and output those. Yeah. And if it didn't work, then you just return an empty string. Okay, so this should be pretty good overall, and I will compile. It seems to compile correctly. Okay, So I think that it should work. Ooh, something is not working. Okay, so now I want to know where it didn't work. Okay, so in interact. I did not try to interact though. But there's a problem with interact. And this problem was called by base UObject method delegate instance, a puzzle character void blah 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 blah, default delegate user policy execute. Oh my god, I think I know why. Yeah, I think I know why. F input action. Yeah, okay. So you? Yeah. What's your signature? Okay. These, as far as I understand, they are the arguments that I'm supposed to use or something. Yeah, I think they're the arguments I'm supposed to use. Okay, so if I say copy, like, so Unreal signature, okay? If I go like this, right? Yeah. Get no parent. Really? T-base will get no params? Void. F and their signature. It has to return this, right? Okay. Okay, thank you for showing me at least. What? No, show me. Sorry, I was sneezing. Oh yeah, I should have muted my mic. Anyways. Is there any example? Okay, so if I go UE5 find action example. Yeah, because here, like, type name. One parent, an F key, F name. Okay, so here, if I go here, maybe I need an F key. Okay, maybe I need this. Who knows? I don't really care about that, but you know, maybe. I'm almost certain that it was one of these that caused the problem. Like when I'm really trying to patch it. F name, action name, yeah, I got that. And the key event, that's fine. Then an object, which is this, yeah, that's cool. And the function, which has an F key and parameter, apparently, yeah? Right, see, F key. So it returns void, right? And it has an F key and parameter, which I'm not really using or anything, but wait, did it compile correctly? I think it did, but let's retry, I guess. No, it doesn't work. Again. But, okay. I think I might be encountering currently a situation kind of like I had just a little while ago where like the editor is crashing and it gets somehow desynchronized from the code. So I think even if this code is valid now, now that I updated it, I think the editor is just like not mentally ready for that. So I can refresh, but what fixed it for real last time? I'm not sure I remember. I think I just made changes, basically. So if I now add changes that I can make sure work, that would be a really good thing to do. So basically now I can do something like stopping the action bind. Okay, just be like, nope, you ain't doing that. And now I'm just gonna be printing something. So gengine. So debug message, it's add on-screen debug message. And here I'm gonna do a bunch of stuff, which is gonna be -1, 10.0 F, is gonna be F color, is gonna be yellow. And then I'm gonna write a quick message, which is gonna be No more binding. Okay. And if I compile this, this is fine. My neck is a little bit stiff now. Just a little bit though. But a little bit nonetheless. Okay, play. No more binding. So here it's fine. I click, there's no problem. Okay? And it can't move at all. Okay. Now I can try to put that in comment and uncomment this. Okay, right? Because you're trying to, interact. And interact here. Right here. Right, cool. It can be made constant. It's good to know. So, auto trigger, viewed actor, find component by class, blah 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 blah. It's cool. The problem was when I was trying to bind. So here, F key. That's cool. That's just cool. Okay. F key, key. Right? I'm not using the key, but I'm binding it. Because this will probably try to call it, to call back, Probably gonna try to call it with that F key. Okay, and now if I try to compile this, the thing is, this is because it's trying to bind it using the function pointer, it doesn't really know if it's a valid function pointer for what I'm trying to do. So this very well may crash. Oh. Okay. Goes without sending. Okay. Man, it's getting late. I know what the problem is. You may have noticed that I did spend a decent amount of time just living with the window open. And the window crashed. Well, you may not know this because I don't know if you can hear me when I click, but I waited a little bit, and as soon as I focused the screen, it crashed. Now, one thing that's good to know is, how do I say this? The Unreal editor doesn't, when you launch the new window to start playing the game, it doesn't actually autofocus that new window. To get the focus of that window, you actually need to yourself click on the window to, make it be focused. But what happens when I click it, it is trying to call the bind action interact thing. But so the problem is not when I'm binding it at first. The problem is actually when I'm trying to do some callback. In here. The problem is in here. Here I'm using viewed actor as if I can use it. But if I start the game and I'm looking at nothing, or just if the viewed actor doesn't exist and I click, huge issues. Huge issues. So if viewed actor, so if I am currently viewing an actor, right? If it's not null, then I can try to get the trigger. Okay, and if there's a trigger, then I trigger. But there may be no viewed actor, which is, null pointer, find component by class. That's an instant crap. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's this. I'm gonna keep this here just in case I need some debug messages, but I may very well be removing it soon, because I think I just found the problem. Okay, I'm pretty certain here. What did I tell you? And then if I look at this, it doesn't do anything. And now I'm gonna place myself like this. But if I click it, oh, it works. It just works. Oh, this is awesome. This is just, this is so awesome, guys. Guys and gals, you good old folks. It feels very good. It feels awesome. Okay, so I don't need this anymore. Bye-bye. Feels so good. This is awesome. Honestly, this is really awesome. And I'm gonna recompile this. Compile this C++ code, please. Okay, and now I'm gonna play. Okay, and I'm gonna focus the window by clicking, but then I'm gonna take my controller. Okay, this works, and I can move around. That's cool. Nice, nice. Okay, maybe this is good. I think the sideways rotation is too slow when I'm using a controller. Up and down is actually pretty good, I would say. But sideways, it feels incredibly slow. And it works. Oh god, everything works. I'm using a controller, baby. That's awesome. It just feels good, man. It just feels so good. Yep, it feels awesome. Okay, escape. Oh man, I'm probably gonna be ending the stream soon, but it's so nice that it works. Because now that I have like both the lookable system and the at least move interaction system, I can make a bunch of stuff like to make the environment navigatable, you know, so that you can walk around, basically walk around and interact with stuff and whatnot. So I'm gonna be just going in project settings and input. So as I was saying, with the controller, it feels very bad to just spin around. So here, there's move right to left. No, it's rotate actually. So rotate here. Yeah, the scale needs to be a decent amount more than 1, maybe 1.5. Okay, let's try this. Why not? Click. Okay, now. Oh, it's a lot more responsive. It's actually more responsive from side to side than up and down, which is kind of weird. But at the same time, you move more like this. Yeah, it does feel like there's a disconnect there. So maybe I am turning a little fast, but maybe I could go up and down more, you know? Yeah, it doesn't actually feel too bad, the sensitivity here. Maybe I could make it a little bit lower. But maybe also, because if I play with my mouse, yeah, it feels extremely responsive. In fact, the sideways could be... Is it the sideways? I don't know. I think it feels pretty darn good. It's really just the controller that feels a little weird. So here, input. So up and down could be a little bit higher on the controllers. So pitch, yeah. So -1, that's cool. It could be -1.1. And what about 1.4 on that one? Okay, if I try this, that might be a lot better. It feels a lot more responsive already. It is turning a little fast though. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's okay, honestly. Yeah, I think it's alright. Like, it's not too bad. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have modified up and down though. And there's some kind of like really intense motion blur that I don't like too much, but I don't know. I think that I want it to be back to 1 here. I think it felt better overall. I think it still feels a little faster on the side. but not too much. It's actually quite alright. And it's pretty easy to control. I think it's fine like this, honestly. I think it's alright. Anyways, I'm playing with the mouse, but I think it's cool that it can work with the controller. I'm just replacing my controller. So now we're pretty much done with the basics of the system of lock and key, which is actually like activatable and trigger. So now it's really just about placing a bunch of these in the scene whenever I need them, and making different kinds of triggers and whatnot. And yeah, a bunch of stuff like that. So that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I could already make some small game out of it. Like right now, I could literally just go and make this, you know. What rotation do you have? 0, okay. And here, what if you have, it's minus 90, I think. Minus 90 from the start. What if I make a movable on you? Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this. So here, boom, activate move. That's fine. Rotation, you're gonna go minus 90 on that one. Okay, when you're triggered. Now what triggers you? Here, we can just easily say, you know what? I want to click trigger on that one. A click trigger actor. And here, I'm gonna add one element here. And I want you to trigger this one, this bookcase, right? Basically, so here, when I click on the computer, the bookcase should open. Okay, I can also try more stuff. So here, this is actually going to be a translation here. So you're going to be, so here, that's your position, okay? 929 or blah, blah, blah. Maybe like 9. Okay, it's minus 930 here, okay? This is what you are. And you can look at your mid position, like right here. Or maybe like, you know, like right here. Yeah, like here, okay? It was 930, so it's minus 70 and yeah, and minus another 100, so minus 170, I think it is. So here, the move trigger is going to be a minus, the translation is going to be on that one, yeah, I think it's on that one, minus 170, okay? Not only that, but on that painting, I actually will add a click trigger actor on you, and you're going to be triggering, +1 please, you're going to be triggering yourself. Isn't that crazy? Okay, and I'm going to do similar for here, right? So, oh, here you're also going to be moving, but you're going to have, hey, you're 240, okay? What if you went to, what was it, like 0? Yeah, pretty much, in fact. Pretty much. Maybe instead of 0, I say like 1 or something. You know what? No, you're at 0. So you're going to go up 240. So activatable move. So you're going to go up 240. Yep, exactly. Oh, sorry. 0. Activatable move. You're going to go up 240. And I'm going to put a click trigger actor on yourself just for the fun right now. Like this one eventually you're actually clicking it to open it, but you need to activate that. Okay, so you know the click trigger is not going to be present probably on it until some event happens, or there's going to be a check somewhere or whatever. Okay, this one though, you're not going to be clicking on this. I think it's going to be when you solve some puzzle right here or whatever that you're gonna be opening this. Yeah. This one is fine. I click on this, the lever moves, and this opens. This is okay. This is actually the real beginning of the game. Now you're also going to be clicking on the box, which is going to open the flaps, and you're going to be able to find stuff inside. Okay, so this, I'm acting as if the click trigger was the actual trigger, but there's going to be, as I said, another more complex trigger on it. But for now, this is fine. Now here, I can add, oh yeah, there's also the sarcophagus, which you're going to be clicking directly to open, okay? Though I could add another different trigger, but yeah. So you're actually going to be a special case because you're going to be both moving and rotating. So here, I might want to like, you know what? I'm going to take note of what's here. So file new. I'm going to be, it's 1494, 812.5, and then minus 269. Okay? And the rotation is all 0, 0, 0. Okay, so 0, 0, and 0. That's the rotation. So now I'm going to be moving to something else. So I'm going to see how I want it. So I actually want it to be like here or something. And then I want it to be rotating along that axis like 45 degrees or something. Yeah, that's pretty close to that actually. It's like really close even. Maybe not 45, maybe something like 50 degrees. Yeah, maybe even more than that. Maybe like 60 degrees. Are you touching the ground? No, not yet. Yeah, here I would want it to be translation and then rotation. Kind of like you're pushing it until it tips over. No. Well, okay, let's say this. So, I'm gonna try this for now, but it's probably gonna do a weird effect because it's rotation and translation, which I didn't really test yet. But let's see, it's gonna be an interesting experiment. And 12.5, so this is good, I won't have to change that one. Minus 275. Then rotation is going to be 0, 60, 0. Okay, so here I can add a activatable move on you, and you're going to be, the time is going to be pretty slow. It's going to be like 4, and then I'm going to be doing the difference between those. So, well, here it's like 99, literally, like, oh no, it's minus 101, right? So here it's minus 101. Then here it's nothing. And here it's plus 6. No. No, it's the other way around. It's minus 6. So minus 6. Oh, and here it's 60. Okay, yeah. So you can go back to 0 degrees and to 69, nice. And here 1494. Yeah, just copy it. Okay, so this is your initial position. Okay, and you, this is an activatable move, so let's add on you a click trigger that's going to be using you. Okay, so now I'm going to be saving the scene because I did set up a bunch of things. And everything is closed at the beginning of the game. As you can see, everything is closed, And I should be able to open a bunch of things now. Okay, so let's do this right now. Okay, so I go here and I click. Oops, I'm not close enough. Okay, I guess I wasn't. Okay. Okay, something's not working here. Now here, of course, I can't, but if I click on the computer here. What's up with that? Okay. Okay. What's happening? Mobility. Right. That meany old thing. I had completely forgotten about those. Yep. That's very easy to forget, you know. And it is movable. Okay, so now I'm gonna be saving the level again. And I'm gonna be retrying this. Now it should work. Okay, so this works. This is fine. Oh, I did make the lever movable. I'm smart. So if I go here, boom. Oh. Well, that's kind of ridiculous. I wanted it to go the other way. I mean, kind of cool like that, I guess, but I mean, in the original one, it went the other way. And then you have a bunch of stuff. Yeah. And then you just go like this. That's great. Okay, this one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Excuse me, what? Okay. Oh, I didn't even test everything, but there are things that are too jarring to me and I need to change them. I miscalculated these. So this one is going to be a plus. Thank you so much. Here, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're supposed to do -6. Here, minus something. So in the tomb cover, it's the other way around. You're supposed to do plus 101 here. Okay, that's the difference. Nice. So now, come on, let's play this game. Yeah, I'm gonna try this one because I didn't try it. I'm clicking it, it does nothing. I'm clicking on the compute. See, again, like, what are you doing? You here. You're at -90 right now, and I want you to be at 0, right? So -90, and I want you to be at 0. So, no, you do +90. What are you talking about, dude? Okay, save again. Start. It's not easy. You know, doing something that shows things you can interact with is pretty cool. Woo! It opened. That's awesome. Now I can go upstairs. Yeah, just do it like this. Look. Just turn around like this. Okay, that's good. That's pretty cool. If I go here, boom, you're moving to the right side. That's good. Oh, there's this as well. And this you're supposed to be clicking on it. So you go there, boom. Dude, I don't even understand at this point. Like, what are you? Bro. What am I doing? Bro. What is this with the start? I think it's... I'm not sure, honestly. Like, what? You know what? Put it as a child of the tomb. This way it's a lot easier, okay? 6.66666, that's fine. But then, like, I don't know, just activatable move, okay? 101. You do plus 101, okay? So you're 107 here. See, this is the wrong way. You did want the minus there. You did want that. You actually wanted to move by minus 101. So now you save. Now you go back because now you kind of understand the problem. Maybe. Who knows? And then you go. Okay. And then you go down. And then you click on it. And it just does crazy stuff. And you're like, you know, bro, not what I wanted. I'm adding local stuff, right? That might be the problem. That might be the problem. If I go 60 here, this seems fine, you know? If I go minus 101, this minus 101 is pretty good. But this is, again, not even true. You do need a little more than that. And here you do this minus 6, okay? So yeah, this is fine. No, this is not fine. It's not minus 6 that you want. It's minus 2. Yeah. And even then, minus 6, minus 2, you know, it's minus 8, and then minus 1. And then even minus 1. So you want minus 10, actually, right? So here, this is actually minus 10. So stop fooling yourself, bro. Just stop. Okay, and here, that was minus 101, right? Like, that's cool and all. But here, you went minus 101. Okay, that's cool. I still want more minus. So minus like 10. Okay, boom. That's not enough. So I want minus 20. Okay, so I'm 131. Okay, minus another 10, 141. No, minus another 20. See, that's like a lot, bro. So here, this is like minus like 200. Okay, go like this and try. Just try this. Okay, it's gonna be a little too much, but just try it. Boom, bro. Okay. I don't think that I'm gonna be putting on more music until the end of the stream because I am enjoying my... What am I doing? Okay, that's cool here. But here, activatable move. This is minus 200. Cool. And here it's minus 10. Okay. This is good. This is good. Now I'm saving. Now I'm doing this. So yeah, no more music for the rest of the stream. I'm not going to be streaming very long anymore. Okay, one thing that is painfully obvious at this point is that since I'm adding to the local position, it takes into account the fact that it already started doing a rotation, right? So yeah, maybe I should just do a rotation after the translation. Do them like back to back. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, that being said, yeah. That being said, this is something that I will need to tweak because it does double movement. And I'm starting to think that I could probably either split the translation and rotation components. This way, if I'm doing a translation, it's really just using like a translation actor, like activatable translation actor or activatable rotation actor. And then I only put one of them on everything in the scene except the tomb. And on the tomb, I do put them one after the other. But the way that I could do that, so either I do like absolute stuff, this way like translation isn't affected by the by the rotation, sorry, of the object. Either that, or I can always, yeah, really do them like back to back. And the way that I could do this is, I could have a way to make a trigger that is like it's an activatable delay trigger, basically, right? So activatable like trigger component that can contain a delay. So basically a trigger could also activate something that will after some time trigger a bunch of other things, right? So this way I can really chain stuff. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do the delay thing. So I can just, say like it takes 3 seconds for the translation and then like 0.5 second for the rotation because it just falls. And then at the same time that I trigger the rotation, I can, yeah, trigger another delay. And then like 0.5 second after when it like falls, it just does a sound. Or the sound itself is like, like it kind of like it, yeah, you know what I mean? Or I could just, at the very first time I trigger the translation, it's gonna do like, and then something like that, right? Like a bit of a sound effect kind of thing. I might do, I might try to make noises with my mouth like this for the sound effects. It could be really funny if the entire game's sound effects are voiced purely through my mouth without modifiers or anything like that. It could be really funny. Or I could just edit the sound a little bit, but I don't really know how to edit sounds. So maybe I'm gonna have to learn how to do some light sound editing, and we'll see about that. There's a lot still to do in this game, but we're starting to, like, I can call this a game now, because you walk around, you activate things that move stuff around the scene. Like, it's pretty cool. I'm starting to like this, and I feel like the system that I designed to trigger actions is like extremely good. Because yes, I do have to write a new class for every different like behavior that I want, but like, isn't that normal, right? And I can activate them with anything in the scene and whatnot. It's really, really cool. I'm really starting to like this. So that being said, it's pretty late where I'm at. It's 11:32 p.m. So getting pretty close to midnight. Um, so yeah, I'm kind of, my brain is fried. I've done a lot today. I'm really, really, really happy with the progress. I mean, functionality wise, like the game has progressed so much. And yesterday we did like almost all of the 3D asset imports. So it's been 2 very good days. I've been streaming a lot yesterday and today. In total, I've streamed, I don't know, like almost 10 hours in those 2 days. But the amount of work, like the amount of functionalities and work and stuff that's been put into the game is just insane. Like, honestly, the game doesn't even look like itself anymore. And again, it's partially because I've been struggling a lot less with the Unreal Engine. Instead of feeling like the engine is pushing against me every step of the way, sometimes I'm like, yeah, I disagree with some decisions, like interfaces being implemented in like 2 different classes. I really don't like that. But overall, I feel like I'm using the engine and I'm making systems that rely on the engine's functionalities pretty well, right? I would just say like postmortem for this week, uh, very good. Overall, I like what's happening. The lock and key system, is just working out. It's really good. Next time, what are we gonna do? We're probably gonna be mostly using the systems that we have and making more out of them, like making a more interesting game out of them. So I'm gonna be making again like the delayed, the activatable delayed trigger actor component. That's actually gonna be the name of the class, if I remember it. Okay, it's gonna be activatable delayed trigger actor component. This is like 6 words for a class, but it's very precise. Like you understand what it does, right? Activatable delayed trigger actor component. So it's an actor component, so something you can put on an actor, and it acts as a component. It is an activatable, so it implements the activatable interface, so it can be activated by any kind of trigger. And what it does in terms of functionality is that it's a delayed trigger. So basically, you can activate a delayed trigger that is going to be put on a component. Activatable delayed trigger actor component. Okay, I'm really getting tired. I'm finding things very funny, even though they're not that funny, but it is kind of funny. But I will stick to it. I kind of like the fact that my classes have hyper specific names that are way too long. I think it's pretty funny. I wouldn't if I couldn't copy paste in the code, but since I can, very funny. Okay, so next time I'm definitely going to be doing that. In fact, you know what? Let's write a quick to-do. I'm going to modify the to-do right now because as I said, tomorrow, pretty sure I'm not going to have time to stream, okay? If I do, it could be fun, but if I don't have time, activatable, okay? Delayed trigger actor component, and it just goes completely off screen, which I find, like, I don't think you understand how funny I find this. Oh, this is too long, man. This is crazy. So activatable dash delayed trigger dash is pretty much outside an actor component. Okay, if I just move the post-it just slightly, like, nah, it doesn't work, man. Oh, no, don't move this. Don't move this. You guys are seeing, you don't see OBS actually, but I'm editing OBS here. I'm struggling a little bit here. Come on. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, it doesn't work all that well. It's too big. Maybe I can make the text just slightly smaller. Like, honestly, I could. Like, the text is pretty big. Yeah, in font, size 42? How about 40, man? How about that? See, now it's great. To do activatable delayed trigger actor component. Okay, not only this, but also there's a couple things we still need to do in the scene itself. in the level, I should say. Like here, I should put books, right? Oh, also, I guess I'm gonna need to import um the gray books because basically there's four spaces and four bookcases because every bookcase is supposed to have one special book of a certain color, right? Tuck, 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 tuck. And each of them is supposed to be in a different spot, right? So maybe on the first bookcase, it's like that spot, right? To the upper right. Maybe that one is like the middle. You know, it's just supposed to be in different places. So this is why there's four spots, because I can use the same bookcase in that case. And also the reason why they're just not already in the model is because I think I was supposed to be clicking on those books to solve a puzzle or something. I'm not sure anymore. It doesn't really matter. For the UI puzzles, I may have to redesign them because I think I documented them poorly. And since the interface was made entirely in the old version of Unity that I don't have access to anymore, I just don't think I have anything that actually shows what these interfaces were supposed to look like and the puzzles in them. I have a vague idea, but it's a vague idea, and I could probably make a better puzzle now. Anyways, like this one, I'm almost like I almost remember nothing from this. This puzzle though, I remember a little more. And what else do I need to do except like putting the books there, uh, making the new delayed trigger component, blah blah blah. Yeah, I guess UI design will come pretty soon, right? Because as soon as I start having like things here, it's not bad. Oh, there's also in the attic, there's like the model that's supposed to go here, like the painting. It was completely broken, so I could repair that model. Let's make it work basically in Blender. So that's one thing I could do. So yeah, import the book that I'm missing, set up all my bookcases for real. Um, maybe make this movable and a bunch of stuff like, yeah, make my systems bigger and actually use the systems. So now I'm moving stuff, but like when I'm looking at things, there's no messages. Oh yeah, also the activatable like the component destroy, right? And component creation. Or maybe it's just going to be text editing for the whatever thing. Who knows? We'll see. All that to say, thanks. Thank you so much for being here in the stream. Even finishing the stream is long because my brain is so fried. I'm just trying to say stuff, but it's not really working out too well. It is now 11:40. I've been finishing the stream for 8 minutes. So yeah, these are my intentions for the next stream, which is probably not going to be tomorrow and most likely not this weekend. I try to work during the weeks anyways, kind of like it's my day job, in the meantime, since I haven't found a job. So yeah, we should see each other on Monday the 13th, I think. If I can actually find some time to stream tomorrow, it could be really cool, but I highly doubt it. Okay? So, yeah. If I can, I might do a small stream. If I can't, too bad. Right, then see you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this series as much as I am. Maybe not as much as I am, but I hope you're enjoying it just at all in any capacity. And yeah, I mean, it's starting to shape itself up like a real game. So see you guys, and hopefully you'll be there next time. I know I will. Bye bye.